A powerful man is a kind man, and women are deeply impressed with men that are generally good with others, and especially their parents or whoever they want to help without expecting anything in return. This is not about performing acts of niceness, it's about having an authentic character. When a man needs nothing, he becomes very magnetic to the outside world, simply because his intelligence is focused on evolving and protecting everybody's peace, including his, by taking smart and bold moves that guarantees everybody's safety. The smarter a man is, the better decisions he can make, which signals security and stability for a future family. One of the wisest ways to showcase his intelligence is through humor, meaning when a man can make a woman laugh, even in the worst case scenarios, he already won the battle, because communicating a level of wit and confidence is very attractive. And you, as a man, have the duty to provide and protect. So having the ability to signal resources is vital to build reliable relationships, not only to survive, but to thrive. Women are biologically conditioned to look for a provider, a man whose life is together and is good enough to take a stable relationship, to commit to a stable relationship down the road. As you might not be wealthy right now, but if you show a direction and a certain pace, you most likely take things real, and then you are showing your potential and you will be successful. Have you ever asked yourself, what kind of king are you? You need to understand your own nature to be able to rule even without a throne. So the question is, are you feeding the good wolf or the bad wolf? Once you know yourself, it's a lot easier to find out who's your opponent, because it all comes down to whether you have a big ego or not. People with big egos interrupt a lot. People with big egos don't listen to understand, they listen to respond, to judge, and they can't wait to talk. They hate being wrong, so they will do anything to be right at all costs, because their self-worth depends on being right. They are constantly dropping a name or bragging, but the truth is, if they were very confident, they wouldn't need to prove anything to anyone. They usually take everything personally, always offended. Even in the most neutral comments, it feels like an attack to them. These people struggle to apologize, and saying sorry feels wrong. So their ego must always win. They are in constant competition with everyone when no one is actually playing their game. These people confuse attention with respect. Respect is about remaining confident whilst quiet, not loud, focused on getting attention, performing and creating comparisons, and just to have that attention, to be in charge. If you need to prove you are in charge, bringing others down, it means their presence and voice was already a threat to your leadership. To those betrayed, nothing will make them fight your battles more than you giving them a real reason why they should fight for theirs. To those silent people, just allow them to speak their truth and they will echo your name for all eternity. To those angry people, show self-control and self-respect and they will bow to your self-respect and calmness and tranquility forever. To those who cannot dream and believe in their worth or be real, just paint them a purpose and they will take your mission even though they don't understand it. To those people who are hated, just give them your respect because you know they would rather be hated for who they are rather than be loved for who they are not. And they will destroy for you. To those feeling broken for being unique, different or outstanding because they cannot fit in, just help them putting themselves together and they will protect your legacy. To those forgotten in the dark, just remind them their authenticity is more important than validation and they won't ever forget you. To those walking the easy path because they believe God will save them, just remind them to listen to the whispers of their inner voice so that it offers them safety and they will follow their spiritual transformation forever. Your evolution depends on how much you value yourself. So if you feel like you're not appreciated, just keep your distance and observe more, but don't absorb. When you're not invited, it's because they don't want you amongst them. So don't show up or invite yourself. If you were invited late, you have to decline because if your presence was not important from the start, you won't make a difference in the end. The moment you feel ignored by the people close to you, you actually have to step back and stop wasting your voice and presence with them. When you feel betrayed, forgive yourself and them. Just detach and move on with your life. When you are forgotten, just remember that they actually done you a favor. Take your power back and forget them. When they insult or offend you, you just have to switch off your ego and outshine them with your success. When you feel used and abused and to prove your integrity, just keep your standards high and set strong boundaries. When they disrespect you and force you to earn love, just walk away with your dignity. When they underestimated you with their perceptions, projections or insecurities, don't try to prove them wrong. Just improve yourself and let your actions speak louder than any words.